Hello, welcome to MVC Code First Approach. In this video, it covers following things like installing entity framework using NuGet package, creating model for database table, CRUD operations, creating basic controls like checkbox, radio button, static and dynamic dropdown. It also covers search, pagination, filters. In order to create this application, we require Visual Studio 2013 or higher, SQL Server 2014 or higher. Now let's start by opening Visual Studio. Open new project, select web, select ASP web application.NET framework, name the project. I will name it as code first. If you want to change the location of project, you can change here. Just click on browse, then select the folder, then click OK. Now you will get a pop-up here. Either you can select MVC or empty. You need to select MVC. Click on OK. It will take a couple of seconds to load the project. It's yes. Now let's go to Solution Explorer. Is Here is our project ready. Now I'll just delete home controller and views from views. Delete it. Go to class. Click on empty class. Let's name as app context. Click on add. Here we need to add app context code. Here is my code. I'll just copy and paste over here. Here we need to add reference from entity framework using system data.entity namespace. This is connection name inheriting from web config. Now let's create table using model class. Go to Solution Explorer, right click on model, add class called department. Here is our department model ready. I have a code for department. I will just copy and paste over here. In department ID is a primary key. String department name is a column name. Now we need to link with app context to generate table in database. In order to link app context with department model, we need to add this part of code in here. The DB set represents the collections of all entity in context. Now we need to create database by migration using package manager console. In order to do that, open package manager console in tools under NuGet package manager. First we need to enable migration. In order to do that, you should type enable migration and enter. It will take a little bit time. Yeah, it's done. Now our application is ready to create database using code first. In order to create database, we need to type add migration followed by name. Name anything you can give of a choice. I'll just give department. This will be carried out for many times. Each and every time when you create a model, we need to add migration followed by the name. Enter. It will take a couple of seconds. Now when you add migration, in migration folder there will be a file called department which will be created. Now we need to update the database by using update command in console. Update database. Yeah, now it is ready. Now let's go and check in database for our database. Here is our database. Now let's check for our table department in tables. Yes, here it is. Now let's check for columns. Yes, department ID with primary key. It's here and department name. This is how we create a database from code using code first. Now let's go and create CRUD operations and some basic controls like radio button, checkbox, drop downs, pagination, search. In order to do that, we need to create another table using model. Right click on models, add class. I'll just name it as employee. Add. Yeah, here is our class. I have a code ready for employee. I'll just copy and paste over here. Yes, uh, here we need to add a data annotation reference. I'll just do that. Here we need to add the reference of data annotation schema for foreign key. Now I'm going to explain properties of employee. Int employee ID is a primary key. String employee name is a column name. Int department ID is a foreign key where we are inheriting from department table where we are going to create a dynamic dropdown. And employee type is a static dropdown. And employee status is a radio button. And present is a checkbox. In order to create a static dropdown, we need to add class called employee type. It will be of enum type. Go to solution, right click, add class. I'll name it as enum. Add. I have a code ready for employee type. Remove class enums. I'll just copy over here. Yes. Now enum type for employee type is ready for creating a static dropdown. Now same thing we are going to do for employee status. Just open employee. I have a code for employee status. This is for radio button. Go to enum class. Just copy below the employee type. Yeah, now employee status is ready for creating a radio button. Now let's go and check in employee class. Yeah, see here the red mark is gone in both employee type and employee status. It is referring from enum class. And you might be wondering why I have used required. It's for validation, required field validator using data annotation. And also you might be wondering why I have used bool. It's for checkbox. If it is checked, it will be true. If it is not checked, it will be false. Like that, it will be saved in database. Now our employee class is ready for creating table in database. Now our employee class is ready for creating table in database. Now I just need to go in app context and link employee table here, just like department. I'll just add employee here. Now let's go to package manager console and add Add migration and migration name. Migration name is of your choice, just like what we did in the employee. We are going to do here. Enter. It will take a couple of seconds. Yes, see here, our migration class is ready. Now just we need to update database. Type update database, update hyphen database, and enter. It will also take a couple of seconds. Yes, now our employee table is ready in database. Now let's go to database and check for our table employee. Here is our database. Click on tables. Yes, here is our employee tables ready with columns. Yes, here is our primary key, column name, foreign key, and employee type is for static dropdown, and employee status is for radio button, and present is for checkbox. Now let's go to application and create controllers and views in order to interact with users. Before adding a controller and views, I have some basic validation for department table. I have a code ready here. I'll just copy and replace the old with existing one. Yes, as I discussed in employee, we are going to refer data annotation here. Yes, it is referred. As I told, required is for required field validation, and this data annotation is to set maximum length of the character. That's for department name, and employees and employee list for referring employee table. Just save it. After adding this, we need to update in database. Let's go to package manager console, add migration, migration name, validation. I'll just use validation. Enter. Now type updated. Enter. Take a couple of seconds. Yes, now it is ready. Now let's go to solution and add controllers. Go to controllers folder, right click, add controller, select MVC controller with views using HTTP framework, click on add. Here you need to select department first because it is a primary table for us. Check on use layout page. It's like a layout page, like a master page for us. Click on add. Yeah, it will take a couple of seconds. This method is called scaffolding. Yes, see here, index, details, create, edit, delete is ready for us with get and post. I'll explain. Get is for receiving data, post is for submitting. Now let's go and check in views. See here in views, create, delete. Now let's go and generate employee controller along with view. Add controller, select MVC controller with views using ready framework, same like department. Add, here we need to select employee, click on add, same like a department. Yes, here is our controller ready with all CRUD operations, and also views is also ready. Now let's go for layout page and make some changes in order to get the menu. Click on layout. Yes, here I have some code. I'll just copy and paste over here. Yes, now our layout page is ready for navigating to department and employees. Now let's create a startup page for application. Right click on solution, go to properties, click on web, specific page. I'll just mention it employees index. It will redirect to index page. Now let us run the application. Yes, now our application is ready. Now I'll just go and click create new. Yes, this is our employee name. This is our department name. We need to rename it. And this is our employee type and employee status and present. Now, in order to add select in this drop down, we need to add a class in shared folder in views. Let's go to application. Stop debugging. In order to add validation for employee status and convert employee type as a radio button, we need to add CS HTML page in editor template folder under shared folder. Let's go to application, go to solution explorer, under shared folder add a folder called editor template. Under editor template folder add a view called enum. Uncheck the reload page. It will be an empty view. Click on add. I have a code for enum view. I'll just copy and paste over here. We need to add a reference for toSentence. In order to do that, we need to add an extension class in Solution Explorer. Go to Solution Explorer, right click, add class, name it as extensions, click on add. Yes, here is our class. I also have a code for this. Yes, here it is. I'll just copy and replace this class. Yes. Now let's go and check in enum.cshtml. Yes, it is referred. Now we need to modify little bit in employee create page as well as in edit page. Click on employee, click on create. Here now I'll remove employee type. And now we need to replace the code for employee type in order to get the radio button. Here is my code. I'll just copy and paste over here. Okay, now our radio button code is ready. And now we need to add a static drop down. So we need to replace employee status and link with my extension method code. So in order to do that, we need to replace the code. I have a code for that. Here is it. Here it is. I'll just copy and paste over here. Yes. Now same thing we need to do in edit as well. Go to Solution Explorer, click on edit. I'll just remove employee type and employee status code, and I'll just copy from create and paste over here. Now let's run the application. Yes, here it is. Click on create new. Yes, see here. Now select is added. This is for validation, and none of the employee type radio button is checked. See here, now validation is showing. Now let's go and rename department ID into department name. Go to application, go to create view. Here, name it as department name. Same thing we need to do in edit also. Go to solution, click on edit, name it as department name. Now let's check in browser. Yes, it is renamed. Now let's go and add some data. First let's add in department because it is a primary table. Click on create new. I will add as a computer science. Yes, here is our department name in view page. We can go and edit it. We can also view it, and we can also delete it if you require. Now let's add another department. I will just add information science. Create. Yes, here is our two department. Now let's go and check in employee whether it is populating there. Click on create new. Yes, see our department name is populating here. Now let's add a new employee here. I will just add employee test. I will select information science. I will check for present. Let's check whether validation is working fine for employee status. Yes, it is working fine. I'll just select permanent. Employee type, I'll just select hostel. Just create. Yes. Yes, here is our employee view ready with edit, delete, and detail options. Now let's go and add search, pagination, and filter. In order to do that, let's go to application, stop debugging. Here, in order to add pagination, we need to add a package called page list. Go to NuGet Package Manager, click on Package Manager console, type install package packagelist.mvc, enter. Yes, now it is installed. You can go and check in reference. Here it is. Here is our page list DLL. Now let's go and modify in index page in controller. In controller, click on employee. Here we need to replace the code in order to add pagination, filter, and search. I have a code for that. I will just copy the entire action part and paste over here. Yes, this is our code for search, sorting, and filter and pagination. Here we are having a view back where we are going to link with view and department name param and employee name param where we are going to link in view as well. And we are having a set of parameters here to sort order. Current filter is to check which filter we are having right now, and search string is for search, and page int page is for pagination. Here we are going to prefer from view. Here we have set of view bags to link with view, and here we have if else with search string, whether to check in which page we are while searching. Here based on the parameters we are going to sort, like whether it is department name or whether it is employee name. Here in order to do pagination we need to add a reference using page list. Yes, we have referred here. Now let's go and add in index page. Go to solution, go to employee, click on index. Here we need to modify the columns. I have a code for that. I will just copy and paste over here. Now we need to add search form here. In order to do that, I have a code here. I will just copy and paste above the table. Now we need to add pagination. In order to do that, I have a code. I'll just copy and paste below the table. In order to use page list, we need to modify IEnumerable into iPage list. Here is my code. I'll just replace it. We also need to refer pagelist.mvc. Now let's run the application. Yes, here is our application. In order to show pagination, I should add some more data. Here I have set page size for 3. If the record is more than 3, we can go for pagination. As I mentioned, we need to have more than 3 records, so I need to add some more records here. I have added the record. Let's check for pagination. Yes, it's working fine. Now let's go and check for search. I'll check for demo 1. Yes, search is working fine. Now let's check for sorting. I'll check for department name. Yes, it's sorting according to the alphabetical order. Now let's check for employee name. Yes, it's also sorting according to the alphabetical order. This is how we create a CRUD operation with search, pagination, filter, edit, delete, details, and create operations. Thank you for watching this video.